All right, y'all. We are live. Please forgive the slight delay. I was eating some wonderful Honey Bears barbecue. Oh, man, I do that every time. I got to turn down my own volume so I don't hear myself, so you don't hear myself. All right, here we are, guys. How you doing? Lots of comments already, and we just begun. To those who don't know, let me introduce you. Again, like I said, sorry for the slight delay. Two issues. One is it's only 5 minutes, so I don't really have to apologize to you guys. Come on. Oh, man, Joe, it's 1:44 a.m. in England. Yeah, I got you. Hey, thank you, Joe, and have a good night. I understand. But then again, why don't you drink some coffee and hang out with us? Someone's already saying I should put it on slow mode. That's what you're saying there, Jacob. I haven't been overwhelmed with the comments. If I start feeling overwhelmed with them, I will. And that can be an issue. I do agree. Maybe next time I go live, I might need to do it on slow mode. That's a real possibility. All right. So what are we doing here, everybody? Islamicize Me Backstage with Vocab Malone, commentary live. You guys get to hear what goes on, what went on, all of that stuff. I give away a lot of tidbits. I give away Easter eggs. I give away very small. I don't really give away spoilers. So sometimes I'll just drop a hint about something. But what we're going to do is similar to what we did yesterday. And I'm going to play 2 of the episodes. Okay. I've got them lined up. I'm going to play 2 of the episodes. And then I'm going to go through and give my commentary, just like you would watch the extra features scene, similar on, a commentary behind the scenes on a Blu-ray that you would buy when the folks are talking and then they're telling you, what's going on. So somewhat similar to that is what I do with these when I do the live ones. And we got 2 planned today. Now, let me tell you guys something right now, real quick. I'm going to tell you a few things. One, if the new video drops tonight, on Acts 17 Apologetics during the live stream, which will probably go an hour or so. Listen, check this out. Let me know, and I'll comment on it live with you. I'll see it for the first time with you because I don't see the episodes till they're done edited with you guys. So let me know, and I'll bring it on, and we'll do it together, okay? And got a lot of comments. A lot of you are glad to be here. It looks like it's your first time joining for a live stream. Behind-the-scenes commentary, and that's good. Jessica, what's up? I've seen you around, and it's nice to have you on here. Friend request me if you're on Facebook, Vocab Malone, or whatever you guys use. I like to ask people that I see around to also hit me up on other social media because YouTube doesn't really allow for much personal stuff. Same thing, Wisdom Calls. You're pretty frequent. If you got other social media, hit me up. I'd like to connect with you guys. I got to tell you how to start rapping. Okay. Well, you know what? It looks like questions are already pouring in. So before it gets too crazy, let me go ahead right now and begin to bring up the first video. What day are we on, guys? Day 15. We're going to do day 15 today. All right. So day 15 is what we're going to be looking at. I'm going in to find the day 15 video. Okay. Yesterday we did Allahu Akbar together. Today, we're going to do day 15 together. All right. So I'm opening it right now with QuickTime. You guys could see all that, I know, on the screen. Actually, let me know. Can you see the screen? I'm going to play it, and you should be able to see it. And then we will just begin commenting on it. The sound might be a little bit low on the video I'm playing, so I'm going to kind of talk over it. Here we go. 7 minutes in. Let's get started with the commentary. By the way, share this right now. Let people know it's Friday night. They could come join us. So please share the link on social media as we do this. We're going to have fun tonight. We're doing at least 2 videos, maybe 3. Here we go. Yes. Guys, I bet you're thinking I'm going to wake you up by then. Some happy song, but music is haram. So get up for your fajr and do not expect me to sing. All right, let me comment on this real quick. A few things. We recorded tons and tons of goofy fajr prayer wake-up calls. That's what I'm doing there, the morning prayer. But we didn't record enough serious ones when we started transitioning. So what we kind of had to do is we didn't actually get to use all the funny ones we recorded. We have a lot of funny ones. Like I do a parody of Prince, you know, it's just insane the kinds of things we did. But we had to make the wake up calls fit with the tone. So that's why you see my character after his dog is taken away and after his pictures are burnt. More bad stuff's going to happen to my character, by the way, because apparently I had the most attachments. I have even more things I'm going to lose. You see my character kind of hardening through sort of the peer pressure of the other two. By the way, this is common. So we're portraying it in a silly way, but this is a real thing that goes down basically within these what are called cells. And well, we have documented evidence. There's usually some kind of ringleader, and there's always some kind of like follower guy. I'm kind of that guy in a way. I'm the last to go, but it's really through the friendship they get me. So here I say, hey, music is haram. Now we apply that principle inconsistent, but just shows I'm not going to be waking you up having fun anymore. That's the whole point of that. And I know it's a little hard to hear my dialogue. What I say is, I bet you think I'm going to wake you up how I've been. By the way, hey, like this video right now. If you're watching it, go click the thumbs up. The more likes, it helps more. Please like it right now, as well as, again, share this on social media. Let's continue on with the commentary, ladies and gentlemen.
Now what is Sadaqah? Every money you have left over after paying your bills, brother. You gotta give 2.5% for charitable causes, one of which includes financing the jihadis who fight in the way of Allah.
So there's Sam Shamoon. By the way, some of you guys thought that was me, which I thought that was pretty funny. Sam Shamoon, who is Allah Hogan there, he is talking about the pillars of Islam, right? And he's saying zakat is one of the pillars, which of course it is, which is giving to charitable causes. And he is saying something that's unfortunately true. Now, we're not saying all Muslims do this, but this is a real thing. It is allowable under certain interpretations, understanding Islam, to make part of your charitable causes, you know, you're giving to be to jihadi type organizations that ultimately actually fund terror. This is part of the way these terror organizations get funded. It's through a long series of trails, but part of it's through the zakat money that Muslims give. And sometimes I think Muslims do this without actually even knowing. Now, some purposely and intentionally do it, of course, but that's what he's talking about there.
What greater reward can it be than financing someone from attacking the kuffar, taking their babes as captives, even married ones? Oh, brother.
Most of you know kuffar means like a dirty infidel in essence. And he says taking their babes as captives because, you know, this is something that the Muslims did during war and, well, can still happen. So that's what he's talking about. So his character is joking, but the things he's talking about are actually serious and pretty sobering when you think about it.
The taste of Jannah on earth, if you ask.
Jannah is paradise.
Brother. Yo.
Now, it's funny. Let me just show you guys real quick. I just want to show you my bachelor pad of a house, okay? This is just me, like, basically busting myself out for being, you know, a bum. Oh, wait. No, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to go around and put arrows all over here. Let me get the right color. See this? See this? See this? So that one's not my fault. What is that? That. I think that's supposed to be there. That. I'm not even getting everything. Now, I'm putting arrows all the messy things in my house, right? Now, some of this is not my fault, though. So some of it is. But let's look, and I'll show you what is and what isn't. See over here, here's a Wii controller. You know, my kid's playing the Wii. Here's some extra cords for a iPhone plug-in. David's supposed to have this notebook, his character. I think that's John's hat, so that's John's fault. There's a TV controller. So there's John's phone. So some of the stuff is John's stuff. There's a microphone bag holder. I don't know what that is, just messing under the couch. I don't know what that is, more mess. This is a box of books. This right here is my stuff. I can't exactly tell what all it is. I don't want to zoom in like that. But there's water bottles. That's the crew they always do. There's a backpack. That's probably the crew's. Well, actually, so I'm saying my junk, but a lot of the stuff isn't my junk. Now, these are my books. Anyways, I'm just showing you little things that's just funny. But, you know, it's not unrealistic that these characters would have stuff like that all over their house anyway. So that's not really a problem.
You guys, by the way, did you see that some people are holding a cartoon contest to draw Muhammad? Like cartoons of Muhammad. Yeah, there's going to be like hundreds of people drawing cartoons of our prophet.
Pictures and images drawn by kuffar?
Yes.
That's illegal. Prophet Muhammad?
No, yeah,
That's
it's
illegal.
a bunch of,
You can't do that.
yeah, it's a bunch of racists and Islamophobes like Robert Spencer and Pamela Geller. Yeah, they're holding a contest to draw
I
pictures.
think Robert Spencer is a Jew. Freedom of speech was.
All right, let me tell you a few things here. What's going on? Number one, we're talking about a real thing. Some of you know Robert Spencer and Pamela Geller did host a cartoon drawing contest in response to some things that had happened where, well, lots of things. I'm not going to get into all of them, but basically where people were persecuted, killed, threatened, tortured, different things like that. Because they said something about Muhammad or drew pictures of him. And so they did that in America to show that's a way to fight back. You can agree or not agree, but I think we all understand, even if you don't think it's a good idea, we should be allowed to do things like that in a country like ours. And it seems like that type of thing is necessary for more free people in society. Anyways, so they host this cartoon drawing contest, right? And what happens? Two guys go and try to kill folks. Now, sadly, I say sadly now, you guys may say, no, they got what they deserved. I understand that. I'm glad that no one innocent was harmed as far as the bystanders or security. However, it's sad because I knew one of the people, and one of the other guys I never knew, but I knew people that attended that same mosque, and they're both from my city. And so it's a wild thing to think, this is someone I had personal conversations with. So we're talking about that. I think we're kind of on our own alternate timeline, as if it's like happening again and we're hearing about it. That's kind of like the premise of what we're doing, because this is going to tie into things that happen later on. And so obviously we're going to be upset about it here. By the way, I'm getting a couple comments here I need to respond to real quick. Someone says we need a set designer. Well, I guess we do, but yeah, Crown Admirer gets it. This is a real life documentary, not a movie set. Yeah, exactly. You get it. Yes, you are correct. Now, of course, we make the joke there that, freedom of speech is only to protect things that you agree with. And it's not supposed to be things that, offend you. And then we're like, well, what do we do? And so we're saying we've got the greatest scholar, the greatest sheikh, the greatest imam. So we're going to go see him at the mosque. Wisdom Calls ask, am I going to play some of the funny ones? Yes, I do have some clips I'm going to play, which are funny clips later on. So that is going to happen. And someone else asked, when we donate, can you please only say first names? Yes, I don't have to say names at all. If you donate and say, I don't want to say a name, I don't have to say a name. There's a few ways to donate. One is there's a super chat button that you can click, a super chat button, and you can click on that, and that goes directly into my channel. And you can also do PayPal or the Cash App, which I also have in the description box here. So those are a few different ways. Now here's an outside shot of a mosque, and obviously it's different than where we're going. We're obviously not filming inside of here. I'm sure most of you guys could understand that. That's called an establishing shot. And now here we are inside the mosque. This is actually a church we are associated with, and I am amazed. I feel like it turned out well because I've been in local mosques, and this is very similar to a type of setup you would actually see. And boy, did Sam pull it off. All right, so let's watch this.
This is why you cannot trust the science of the kuffar.
So what Sam basically does here, I'm gonna let it play. I'm not gonna comment on everything. What he does is attack.
And declaring war on Allah and his messenger. And let me prove it to you.
So what Sam does, and this is like all off the top of the cuff. By the way, you see the Quranic verse there. So there, these things are from the Quran. What Sam does, mostly off the cuff. He had a few notes on his phone, I think, but he pretty much did it all off the cuff. Is basically just go down and explain how the science laid out in the Quran is illegitimate, to say the least. Right? Yes, Loreski, we agree. That's the point. That's the point. Even what we're doing with the series is that free speech is not designed to protect your feelings. It's designed to protect speech. And the most ones that need to be protected are controversial ideas. And that's really the whole point. Well, that's one of the points of this series. In fact, we wouldn't be allowed to do this in most countries. Of course, I'm sure you guys realize that. And so agree, you know, our characters make satirical comments about that. We say things like, you know, free speech was never intended to mock the prophet. You know, we say things like that. So Sam's not an ex-Muslim. He is not. He's just been around and he knows the way it goes. And yes, let me say, he nailed this. I mean, and the thing is, this is all unscripted. Sam is not using a script. He is speaking off the top of his head. Look, we'll just watch the video without the sound. I mean, he is killing it. He is amazing. I mean, his body movements, his eyes. Look at this.
Like the Catholic science tells us, it is the sun that is orbiting. Do you know where the sun travels to? Does anyone know? Tell me. In a pool of muddy water. That's where it descends. You are close. But
So there's my character trying to get things right, but I'm not quite right. And so he goes on to teach me the truth. This thing is hilarious. So let's watch a little bit of this.
According to the Quran, the sun travels, and this is the chapter in the glorious Quran, chapter 36, verse 38. The sun travels and prostrates before the throne of Allah Azza wa Jal. Allahu Akbar. Even the sun prostrates before Allah, and it waits in prostration until it tells the sun, because the sun is Muslim. What is a Muslim? One that submits to the will of Allah. The sun prostrates its will to Allah, waiting for Allah Azza wa Jal to tell it to return to its order. And then, and only then, Yahi, it descends in a muddy spring. So you are right in the way it descends, but it travels to the throne of Allah, which is above the seven heavens. Allahu Akbar. The sun does not.
I like the way he does. And then and only then, you know, hey, shout out to the people watching in Fiji. And hey, I see you, Naomi. And yeah, Crown Admirer watching in Fiji. Shout out to you. Hey, Diana, how you doing? Glad you could join us. Yeah, Jessica, his part was totally unscripted. He did it off the cuff. We flew him in and we just said, can you do this part? Oh, I love this part. Watch. Oh, let me pause this, guys. I need to give you a little behind the scenes information. See, there's only 3 of us here, but did you notice how many voices there are? Let me tell you a trick. There's actually a whole bunch of people behind us. So we had a real mosque set up. But the thing is, most of those people didn't want to be shown on camera, right? Because they understood the nature of the series. So they're there and they're acting like real Muslims, but they're not shown on camera. But when it's time to say Allahu Akbar, they all say it. That's why it sounds so loud. It really is happening in real time. So it's pretty cool. You know, that's why you watch these. I give you these little tidbits. So there actually is a number of real people behind us. But watch this at the end when we really get into it. I mean, it seems real. You know, he kind of works us up into a frenzy and we're really in the moment. Sam, does he have an accent? His accent is not like that. He is imitating an accent. And again, I think he just killed it. We didn't know if he could do this. And when he started doing it, we were all just sitting there amazed. It was like, once you push the button, he just kept on going. It was like nonstop. It was just absolutely amazing with Sam. Okay, watch this.
But Catholic science, it's wrong. Who will you believe? Allah! Who will you believe? Allah! That is why we declare jihad on the kuffar science. Allahu Akbar!
That's a funny line. We declare jihad on kuffar science. I'm sorry, this stuff, you know, this stuff is just funny. So guess what? You see the scene we're about to watch, guys? We're not leaving the mosque or even the church that we decorated out as a mosque. You know what we're doing? Let me tell you where we're going, guys. We are on our way to the airport. That's right. We're full on dressed as Muslims on our way to the airport. Why? Because we didn't get everything filmed we needed to. So we busted out the cell phone and filmed this while we're pulling up to the airport dressed as Muslims. That's how crazy we are.
Hey, we are leaving the masjid and we just heard a powerful, fiery message by the sheikh. Man, I'm still shaking in my boots. Well, my sandals, you know.
You know, with his knowledge, With his knowledge, you can see why the unbelievers hide from him.
It's obvious.
They hide. I mean, could you imagine what he would do to one of them, like in a public debate, if he stood
Total
on stage? It would be a
embarrassment.
massacre.
Shame.
It would be a massacre. Anybody.
Name them. Name them. Go ahead. I dare you.
That's our sheikh.
Okay, what we're saying here is setting up something later. We do a lot of foreshadowing. We're bragging about what it would be like if someone would show up to debate the sheikh, how they would get embarrassed. So keep that in mind because that is going to come into play in future videos. Okay, you guys could probably figure that out by now. And yes, Muhammad, you're right. I see a lot of your comments. You got some good stuff there, Muhammad Bedsapor. And Jacob Proctor, yes, you're correct that offensive speech, who would really judge that? And that's why we need to protect free speech, regardless of if we agree or not. Place captioning on these. Well, okay, with the captioning, David allows his videos, I think, to be captioned, so someone could do it, but I don't think it's something that he does himself. So it takes volunteers to do that. So here we go.
Yeah, man. These Christians' doctrine is so dirty, nasty, filthy. Their book knows nothing of science. Our book knows about science. This book's so corrupt. It's got its science wrong,
We
man.
knew about science before science was even science. That's what's so amazing about it.
Islam invented science.
Yeah.
So,
I've heard that too. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And the sheikh proves it. I just wish there would be a day when some Christian would show up at the mosque and try to challenge.
They'll never do it. Not a million years.
But we both know that would never happen because they're running. You know, that's all they know how to do.
That in itself is a miracle. It's how you
okay, now I want you guys to be ready for something. I say something super offensive right here. And right before when I said it, the other guys, because we talked a little bit about this line, they're like, "What? You can't say that." Like, no Muslim would say that. They respect Jesus. And I said, when I was watching a debate with Usama Abdullah, a Muslim debater, a Muslim apologist, in a debate on Pow Talk with Sam Shamoon, he said this exact, well, he said it in a slightly different way, but he said this exact thing. Totally disrespected Jesus. Because there's a line in here, you're going to hear me say it, and you're going to say, why would Vocab even think of that, to say that as Giovanni? Straight up, I got it from hearing a Muslim say a very similar thing. So listen closely.
know the Quran is true because of the scientific miracles in the Quran. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they just run, man. They run quicker than little baby Jesus did when he ran to Egypt when he's fleeing from Herod. That's how quick those Christians run, man. All right, well, let's go learn some more science, fellas.
All right.
Yeah, it's funny. If you listen in the background, you can actually hear, if you listen to on a full volume, you can actually hear the map, Google Maps guiding, because I couldn't give David the directions because I had to be in character, right? So, like Google Maps is guiding in the background. You can hear a little bit while we're driving because it was telling them how to get to the airport. So again, I'm telling you guys all the behind the scenes stuff. All right, so what do you guys think of that? That's the first day. I mean, I gave you, I think, a lot of commentary. There's always more I could say, but I think I'm gonna stop there as far as that day's commentary goes. Oh, wait a minute. Did I? Oh, that is the vlog. Okay, so I did show the vlog there. And I'm getting something else set up while I need to stall for just a second because I got to get something else set up. Oh, well, something's wrong here. David, are you watching? No, he's not. Okay, guys, I need to text David. He was supposed to send me outtakes, but he only sent me one. So just give me a second, guys. I'm going to play the one outtake David sent me and let you guys see it. It's very short, and I'm going to text him while I'm doing it because he was supposed to send this to me, and he did not, and so I don't know where the rest of the outtakes are. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's only 7 seconds. Well, here's the one outtake we've got, guys. I'm going to text him right now.
I'll work out for the day. You sure gonna do that?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of all we've got. But you get to see how big James Chavez is as well. Watch this one more time.
I'll work out for the day. You sure gonna do that?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be a whole bunch of outtakes.
I'll work out for the day.
I'm sure gonna do that.
Okay.
All right, well, that's the one outtake. I'm gonna ask him what's going on. I just texted him just now. So I don't know what's going on because he's supposed to send me a bunch. So, well, you still got to see a little something, something, and it's still a little something, something good. But that's all that he sent me so far. So I don't know what's up with that. All right, let me check out the comments real quick here before we go on to the next thing. Yes, Miss Qwerty Pie, we know that. And also remember he was a child, you know, like a couple years old or whatever. And so the whole thing is ludicrous. But like I said, a Muslim apologist named Osama Abdullah said that, and that's where we got it. Oh, Kazim Marine Curios is asking who that was. Okay. James Chavez is my friend. He's a local actor here. We used to go to a church together, and we were in a play together. And what the play was, it was a rap. It was a rap telling of the gospel story. So I mentioned this yesterday, but not all of you are here. So let me go ahead and show the 30-second clip of James Chavez. Okay, I'm going to show this real quick. And I'm going to let you guys see this, how him and I know each other. We've known each other over 10 years. And when David described the part of the pimp, I was like, yo, I got just the guy. So hit my guy up, James Chavez. He came through, man. He came fully ready, and he just killed the part. I wish he could have honestly been in it more, is how good he did. But let me show you guys a little clip here from when we did this play together. And what it is it's a hip-hop retelling of the gospel. And so my character is Dr. Luke, and I'm going to be rapping about his character, who is Pilate, but it's done in a hip-hop world. So here's us about 10 years ago. See, here I am. And here's James' character, big guy.
He owns records in 2004 too. Owns Club New Jeru. Owns YouTube. Caiaphas, creepy. Caiaphas is photo orifice. Always still with some malice. Discipline, jealous in his office, in his palace. He's a fella. See, and the hellbound.
All right, so that's what that is. That's my friend James, who was the part of Pilate in that play back on Jesus's life, and he was the pimp Hodilla there. So it looks like we're ready to move on to the next one. Yes, I know, Muhammad, I know some of you saw that clip last night, but not everybody did get to see it last night. So you can watch that. Actually, it's on YouTube. Go on to what you called YouTube and just look up The One Musical. Look up THEONE musical. Laura Skemian says, I hope CP or Robert Spencer debate the sheikh. Well, I'll just put it this way. You may just get your wish. You may just get your wish, Laura Skay. All right. Just hang in there. Okay. And, just looking at the comments real quick. Jessica says John was looking sharp in his Muslim dress. Now look, one time you gave me a compliment, Jessica, and now here you are complimenting John. I felt special when you complimented just me, but now you're complimenting John too. What's up with that? I'm just kidding. Okay, guys, we're just having fun. All right. Hey, what's up, J-Man? Good to see you. I think you're my only moderator here right now. Yeah, you're the only moderator, J-Man. So hold it down. Built for speed in the house. Good. Someone asked, are we going to talk about the Hebrew Israelites? Yes, let's do that right now. So while I get that set up, please like this video if you have not already done it. Please like it now. And please share the link, okay? Share this link on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff. All right, so now we're going to get into the next day. I'm going to give my commentary on it. And what the next day is, day 16. It's dawah time. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Can everybody see it? Let's do this. By the way, technically, this video marks the halfway point. Let me explain why. There's not 30 videos. There's 32 videos. Because remember, there was day one, but prior to day one, there was a prologue. And there is also like an epilogue at the end. So there's 32 videos in the series. So we are officially, as of this video, halfway through the series. And day 17 has not come out yet. And by the way, I just got a message from David. He said he's going to send me those outtakes and those bloopers right now. I'm going to have them in about 10 or 15 minutes, okay? So I'm going to play them at the end of the show. So do not go anywhere, because I got bloopers and outtakes for you from the day 14. All right, here we go.
Brother, I swear by Allah, and I swear by the moon, and I swear by the stars and everything in creation, that when I started drinking that mixture, my guns went from 18 to 24, brother. Talk about a mega drink. Talk about a drink that just makes your muscles blow up. And yes, pun intended, blow up. Yeah, brother, there's nothing like camel urine. And there's nothing like milk, especially after you eat 7 ajwa dates. If you don't believe me, brother, try it. And then you're going to see Sharia mania run wild all over you.
I love when Sam does those heavy breathing sounds when he's in his character. You know what, guys? I'm going to show you something. I posted this recently on my page, Vocab Malone. By the way, if you haven't went on my Facebook page, Vocab Malone, please do. It's facebook.com/Vocab Malone, and it's my public page. It's what I use mainly. And like it. Please like my page, and please follow it as well, okay? Now, here's what I'm going to show you guys. I want to show you somebody saying basically the same things that Sam is saying about the camel urine and milk mixture. I'm looking through my page to find it right now, because some of you guys may think we're making this stuff up or joking. You see this right here? I put this on my page, right? Benefits of camel urine. Sheikh Sam al-Hakim. This is a well-known guy, and I just want to play a clip of this. Let me know if you guys can hear this. This is pretty wild. Are you ready? Listen to this.
Regarding urines, let me just get the translation. Okay. Regarding the urine of camels, this is an issue that when people don't have proper knowledge in the Quran and the Sunnah, they may be shocked when they hear it. And unfortunately, this is one of the ways and means that Satan utilizes their ignorance into rejecting what is part of the deen. So, Sheikh, you're telling me that drinking camel...
So he mentioned Sunnah. That's the model that the Prophet Muhammad set, according to a Muslim. Then he says deen. That's the word for faith or belief there. And he's saying some people, because this guy answers questions. So this video is like less than a year old. And he answers internet questions, and you can see it's got some decent production. This is somebody that people watch, and he's going to talk about the health benefits of camel urine. So watch and listen to this. Go back and watch this later. This is why you need to follow my Facebook page as well. Go do that right now while this is on. Okay, here we go.
Urine is part of the deen. Akhi, don't get me wrong. Listen, and listen objectively. Yeah, Sheikh, but we hear that the Hindus drink cow urine, the urine of cows. And this is absurd. They put it in medicine. It is disgusting. Akhi, don't prejudge.
Aki means brother.
When you prejudge, we can't have a discussion.
He's saying don't judge that camel urine is unhealthy, because then we can't have a logical, rational discussion about it if you prejudge. But I mean, you could say that. Don't prejudge that it's bad to drink cyanide. We need to have a logical discussion about it, right?
We cannot talk. What are the parameters that we can judge things to be good or bad? Quran and Sunnah. So
he's saying, what's our epistemology there? This is actually very insightful what he's saying. And he's just being a faithful Muslim, okay? Some people think these folks are dumb. That's not the case at all. They've just chosen to place their hope and trust in the wrong thing. So he's making logical inferences from his sources that he has chosen as his axiomatic places from which he derives true knowledge. That's his epistemology. His epistemology is wrong, and that's why we need to trust Jesus and trust God's word instead of placing our faith in this. or of course, even our own self, since we are fallible as well. And so he says the Quran and Sunnah are how you judge. Those are the baseline parameters, right? Sunnah, of course, is the model we get from the Prophet, from the sources that are reliable.
What to do? First of all, we have to go back to the Quran and Sunnah. And in the Sunnah, there is a hadith in the Bukhari and others. So it is the highest of authenticity, no doubt about it. Where a group of...
So he's saying that what he's about to say is an authentic, reliable source that has a strong isnad chain, meaning we know that this happened, so we can trust it. That's what he's saying.
Of al-Uraniyin, a tribe, a group of them came, embraced Islam, and given the Pledge of Allegiance to the Prophet ﷺ. However, Medina was known that its environment, whoever comes from outside of it falls sick. So the moment they went in, they all fell sick. So as a means of treatment and healing, the Prophet ﷺ ordered them to go outside Medina the skirts of Medina, where the camels, the herd of camels of charity, of zakat, are in a sanctuary. No one comes in to kill or to hunt or to whatever. This is known for charity. And the Prophet ﷺ ordered them to drink from the milk and the urine.
Okay, so you guys don't get lost. This video is only 6 minutes long. What he's saying there is a group of travelers became sick because of the climate of the area. And Muhammad tells them to go where camels are protected and drink from their milk and their urine. He says this with a straight face.
Of camels. The hadith goes on to say in a couple of weeks, they were fit to go.
And so apparently this healed them is what they're saying.
And they did so and so and so to the rest, or to the end of the hadith. The point is that it is...
Yeah, because the end of the hadith is actually pretty brutal and violent if you actually read it. I don't have time to get into it. I'm not saying that these travelers were innocent. They did something wrong, but the way that they were punished for what they did wrong was pretty extreme if you read the whole hadith. We just don't have time to do that right now, though.
This is the teaching of the Prophet ﷺ for healing their illness. And the hadith is authentic. So now people, when they hear this, they're shocked. And they say, no, a hadith are not authentic.
So he's saying that Muslims try to discount this because they can't believe that Muhammad would tell them to drink pee. And so they just say it wasn't authentic. That's the way they try to get out of it. And he's exactly right. That is what they try to do.
It's disgusting. This is not logical. Akhi, how would you know that it's logical or not?
He says, brother. So he's appealing to these folks as true believers. Why are you going to say that? How do you know? Do you see? Because he's saying, look, this is in the sources.
You know that some medication, we use the venom of snakes and scorpions in them.
So he tries to create an analogy from things that would seem gross or preposterous as medicine to say, how do you know that camel urine doesn't have healing properties? And somehow Muhammad had this information from Allah.
As a means of healing and cure, would anybody consider this to be logic? If you bring someone...
That doesn't even make sense, by the way. I don't want to get into it, but he's kind of using logic as a very sloppy category. But nonetheless, I think we know what he's saying.
And tell them, and they don't have any knowledge of medication, but they are complaining of...
Like Muhammad.
Of stomachache. And the doctor says, I have to cut them open.
Or go give them some camel urine.
To get the tumor out. Would that person allow it? He said, you're crazy. I have stomachache, but I'm not going to let you put the blade on my stomach and cut me open, because he doesn't have knowledge. So,
but Muhammad does?
Believe. This is their conviction. You like it, you don't like it, you're disgusted by it. Who cares?
He's saying, look, we have faith in Muhammad as a prophet. We have faith in the sources that they're revelation from Allah. That's what we believe. And if you don't like it, who cares? And this shows you, this is the difficulty with this type of epistemology that he has in arguing with a Muslim with evidence that contradicts their position. You can see the difficulty because they're so embedded in their position.
I believe in whatever the Prophet said, as long as the hadith is authentic.
See that? But he's saying this is an authentic hadith.
Now, these Muslims, so-called Muslims,
Look at that. Did you catch that? These Muslims, so-called Muslims. He's saying if you don't accept this hadith as authentic and you don't believe this, you might not really be a Muslim. Did you guys catch that? This is major.
once the medical researchers from Harvard or from Oxford or from Cleveland Mayo Clinic or from wherever comes to them,
You know, Harvard, Oxford, or Cleveland. I mean, I know what he's saying. It's just funny because I'm from Ohio. So putting Cleveland in the same sentence in any way with Harvard or Oxford just strikes me as funny. But I know what he's saying. Again, I'm not trying to be uncharitable to what he's saying.
oh, well, this is wonderful. No,
I like his imitation of a westernized Muslim.
this is good scientific news. I accept it.
This guy is funny. I could watch this guy. I like him.
Subhanallah, because it's in the Bukhari, you don't accept it. If it's backed by medical,
He's saying it's in Sahih al-Bukhari. Oh, you don't accept that. But if the medical establishment backs it, then you believe that. He's saying Muslims, you have a misplaced epistemology. And that's the thing. A lot of Muslims that we deal with in the West, they are not really faithful. And I'm glad. Praise God they're not faithful, right? But he's pointing it out.
reports, you only then accept it. There's something wrong with your iman, akhi. Therefore, it is indeed authentic. I know a personal friend of mine who used to teach.
Listen to this. This is what we're almost done with this. Okay. We're going to get back into it. Okay, guys, we're almost done. Okay. Okay. Just hold on. Yes. Spot the cat. You're mentioning the rest of the hadith. By the way, I'm going to mention you guys who are committing on super chat in a second here. Cause I see you. Just let me finish through this. I'm going to give you a shout out for sure. Thank you very much. He's going to give an anecdotal testimony about a friend of his who supposedly did this and it went well for him. Watch this.
Teach with me in high school. We were both teachers who had intestines cancer, and they chopped a big portion of it, and it continued to spread. The doctor said, "We have no cure for you." I met this person, a friend of mine personally, and I asked him, "What had happened to you?" He said, "I adopted the milk and urine mixture."
This dude is saying he knew a dude who was a high school teacher with him who was sick and the doctors couldn't figure out a cure. But then what happened is he was better, and he asked him, "How'd you get better?" And the way is because he started drinking camel piss and camel milk. Yo.
And for 5 months, every single day, I drink of it.
That's a lot of camel pee. 5 months worth? Dang. How do you even get that? Oh, I forgot. They sell it.
And after 5 months, I went and did my medical, and the doctors were shocked. Said, all the cancer has disappeared.
But when they took the urine test, they said, apparently you're a camel. Just kidding.
And he says, by Allah, for so many years now, I'm continuing to drink it, and I feel as strong as a bull. This is the grace of Allah. This is a
I feel as strong as a bull because I drank camel urine. All right.
personal friend of mine. I did not hear it from someone who heard it from someone. There are researchers on this, but I can lead a horse to water, and I cannot make it or force it to drink.
That's so funny he said that. Do you guys understand why that's funny?
Water, and I cannot make it or force it to drink.
Camel
I
urine.
can tell you, but I can make one. There are
He says I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. It's kind of funny because it's like I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make drink camel urine.
researchers on this, but I can lead a horse to water, and I cannot make it or force it to drink. I can tell you, but I cannot make you believe, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best.
All right. Interesting stuff, right? Good stuff, right? All right. So I did want to play that for you guys. Thought that was important. And now, what's up, Eddie? I'm glad you're joining. You are also an admin. Right on. Yo, USA rules freedom of speech. That's your handle. That's why I'm saying that. Thank you very much for the super chat, the £2, just paying your zakat. That's a good one. Thank you for paying your zakat. Zoe Davies, thank you. Just like your icon on your screen chat, your avatar says thank you. Thank you. And USA rules freedom of speech. Again, £2. Let's do the Jesus versus Muhammad rap battle. We are working on that. We've already got the rappers lined up, and we're working out an itinerary right now. And we're working on the production of the beats first. So just so you know, that's a real thing. Now, it's not going to be tomorrow, okay, but it is going to happen. But again, thank you to the super chatters. Much love. You guys are why this works and it can happen. Okay. So Diane asks, what's a super chat? There's a little button that gives you an option for super chat. And what it does is it's a way to support the channel. So what we're doing here, it sends funds through YouTube to whoever the YouTube presenter is, in this case, myself. So it's a way to support channels, and you can only do it during live streams. And what it does is it also makes your comment highlighted and go to the top, so people see it and you're recognized as a super chatter. It's just simply a way to support. And yeah, I appreciate it when people do that. It's like, you guys are great. I don't even ask and people do it. You guys are just amazing. I mean, greatly appreciated. I think you guys understand what we're doing. It's almost like I don't even have to explain why that's helpful and all that. You guys just get it. All right, so I'm going to continue on here in a second. By the way, Casa Marine Curios says we all need to support Vocab on Patreon, even if only a few bucks a month. It's so worth it. Yes, we can hear. I am setting up my Patreon next week. So right now I have PayPal, I have Super Chat, and I have something called the Cash App, which not everyone uses, but those are the three main ways. My PayPal address is vocabmalone@gmail.com, and you can just send things directly through there. Same thing with the Cash App. Just look for Vocab Malone. And also through the Super Chat while you're in here, actually. Patreon will be live next week by God's grace. So let's continue on with the video, because we are watching Islamicize Me and I'm giving commentary. We just took a brief break to hear from the sheikh. Yes, David thinks it's funny to pixelate us in our Islamic garb so that we remain modest. Now, personally, you know, he's doing it as a certain kind of joke. I like it because I don't like showing my legs, actually. So I actually do like it and do appreciate it. So, David, even though you're crude, thank you. Thank you.
Guys, we sit around here reading every day, studying every day, watching Halal Hogan every single day, learning. And if you look around, you don't see any Muslims preaching what real Islam is. If you ask them what Islam is, they're like, oh, you need to, pray and just submit to Allah. But they don't tell you how Islam requires you to submit to Allah. It's about peeing properly. It's about going number 2 properly. It's about drinking camel pee. It's about doing all of these things, dunking your flies. And people just don't know about these things. So with the yeah, I'm not never gonna forget the
Anyone is practicing hardly anyone's practicing muta.
Exactly. Robbing, making dhimmis, all these things that are the core of Islam, and they're not being preached here.
No one gets it.
They don't get it. That means the true Islam of Muhammad is not being preached. Guess what? If we don't do it, who's going to?
Yeah.
We need to take to the streets today and get out there.
I don't even want all that pizza, but I got to do it for everybody else.
You have to, and you're obeying the prophet here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. You go start making some signs. We'll get ready.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah.
All right. I need to give a shout out where a shout out is due. Jamal, aka John McCrae, did not actually make the signs. Shout out to Giselle, the gal who played the Muta wife. She's actually the one who made the signs, and I think she did a great job. She had a lot of humor in there, and she made them very well. So shout out to you, Giselle, for rocking the signs. You did a great job. And so, of course, in the scene, it looks like John does it, but Giselle did it, and we greatly appreciated her doing that. And now what's about to happen is, yes, in real life, on a Saturday, okay, we're going to go out on the street dressed as Muslims in a major city on a busy street corner where Hebrew Israelites are going to be, and we are going to act like we're doing dawah, which means evangelism, which means inviting people to Islam for these things we've been learning. Here it goes.
Guys, I finished the signs. Let's do this. Woo!
Here we go. Here we go.
So we're out here for dawah.
Now, let me show you something. Y'all ready? This is why you watch this again. Let me show you here. You see this? You see this? You see this? What is all that, right? What am I doing there? What am I showing you? All right. I am showing you Black Hebrew Israelites. Sometimes this camp is bigger. They were kind of small that day, but notice their biker like leather jackets. They have fringes on the bottom. They have their 12 tribes sign here, and they have the Star of David on their back. So of course we're Muslims. How do we interpret that? We say, hey, these are Jews. So we treat them as if how Muslims would treat Jews, right? You know, the conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of funny because it's like we're taking them at their word. They claim to be true Israelites, so we call them Jews, conspiracy theories and everything. Now I've interacted with these guys in real life, so they recognize me right away. But look at these signs too. Squat to pee. Yes, the misspelling is on purpose. The idea is the word was spelled, and then we all of a sudden realized we needed the U. And look, it's got the little cross out of the person. It's pretty funny stuff. So watch what John says.
And there's some Jews in the corner, and we're going to get them off our corner. Tuck.
Now, what we did is, this is actually at the end. We had already shot our video. So what we did is once they showed up and shot this to make it seem like we had actually kicked them off the corner. You see, it's kind of funny. So this is at the end when we were leaving, but yet we shot this to make it seem like this is the first thing that happened, to make it seem as if we went over there and now they're no longer on the corner. But this is actually when we were leaving, and we shot this because we knew it would be a funny gag to act as if the Muslims kicked the Hebrew Israelites off the corner. So here we go. Here we go. Aren't these signs great? So we haven't really discussed this yet, but David Wood has a video called Muhammad Was a White Man Who Owned Black Slaves. And here's the sources, Bukhari 63. So you see the sources there. Watch the video on Acts 17 Apologetics about that. But I think about how hilarious it would be to go out with these signs in real life, which we did.
Kill your thought, kill them now. Filthy.
So look how funny this is. There's people crossing the street. There's cars. And here's the Hebrew Israelites. They haven't really started preaching. They're just watching us bewildered. You imagine what they're thinking right now. They're just looking at us. There's David walking by with a sign that says squat to pee as a Muslim. It's hilarious. He goes right beside him. Look how close he walks to him. And if you notice, John walks a little less close. He's like right beside them, though. And you can see I'm looking over at him. David cut it right here. But I speak to them real quick and I make a joke. I say, hey, guys, I converted. Because they know I'm a Christian apologist. So I real quick made a joke to them. I was like, yeah, I converted to Islam. They know it's not true, but I was just joking around with them. So when we went out here, we were like, hey, what should we do? We didn't actually know what we were going to do. I was like, yo, David, throw on a beat and I'll just start freestyling. I kid you not. This is what happened. So David started beatboxing. And I just started rapping about the signs that John would show. And we just kept the takes. I mean, this is really what happened.
Yo, 1, 2, 3, Muhammad told us squat to peace. So you know I bring Islamic hip hop. You know I pee. I got to squat down. I got to frown. Peep it out now. You hear it sound. It's Muhammad speaking to me through the QURAN, no E. But I got Camel P. I went to the zoo, and what do I see? I see this two-humped mammal. He's right there. He's called a camel. I'm like an animal with my cup.
You hear John singing in the background? Hopefully you guys caught that. He's singing squat to pee. This is insane. It's so funny, though. What are we even doing? The weird thing is, like, we would just go out there and just do this stuff, and it just would happen. John is singing while David is beatboxing, and I'm saying the dumbest stuff ever. It's just hilarious. Okay, a couple of you guys are asking about the Hebrew Israelites. They are Yahweh-Shai's servants in Israel. They are a local Phoenix-only clique. They are not worldwide. They don't use much video, and they are an offshoot from GMS. And the reason why there's no violence, number one, they already know who I am. Number two, there was cameras. Number three, we didn't antagonize them. We just bewildered them.
And then I say, hey, yo, Camel suck. I need you real quick to spin. I need some of your yellow urine.
So it may not look like it, but check out over here. This is a light rail waiting station. These folks could actually hear us. And what happened is, well, there was a red light here on 19th Avenue. they could hear us really clear. And some people yelled over a few times, especially when John was talking about Muhammad was white with black slaves. Some people were yelling over to us. I don't really know what they were saying, but we had some interaction from the crowd because people were bewildered again.
Wanted now. Yeah, forget the carriage.
I mean, you see, there's real people walking around. Someone says that the best part is that you really went out and did it, Laura Skay. Laura Skay, guess what? There's going to be more of that. There's more things that we really go out in the real world and do. You'll see.
Wife, baby, carriage, bump that. It's tent marriage. Temporary wives are wanted. We can have up to 4 wives. The prophet was allowed to have much more.
Did you hear this? Temporary wives. The prophet was allowed to have, basically, because Muslims are only allowed to have 4 wives, but Muhammad had a bunch more wives. And so I give an explanation why.
Rules do not apply to him.
The rules do not apply to him. Yeah.
But Musa wives do apply to us. In fact, I was applying one last night.
That's a risque joke. I don't know if you guys caught that. Muta wives do apply to us. In fact, I was applying one last night.
Muta, give me more muta. This means I can have a temporary marriage so I can have some temporary relationships. If you know what I mean, this is holy and honorable, and it feels great. Muhammad was white, so.
Someone says, wouldn't Jamal have been offended that Muhammad had black slaves? Well, remember, Jessica, there's a lot of black Muslims, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're pointing out. Like, what's up with black Muslims? When Muhammad brags about how white he was and talks about having black slaves and makes racist comments against black people, such as calling them raisin heads. That's kind of the point by what we're doing. That's why we specifically had John do it, to point out the incongruity there.
Like mayonnaise in the middle of the night. He's white. Like my teeth. I praise I got deem belief.
K-Dub, yeah, you caught that part, and it feels great. Someone's wanting me to rap along in the comment section. Guys, I can't really rap along because I don't know the lyrics because this is a freestyle. I'll do my best. I'll try. There's a couple parts I know, but I kind of can't because it was freestyle, so I don't really know the lyrics to these freestyles.
Yes, sure. Muhammad is peace, a piece of sword and a piece of gun. Standing on a corner, having some fun. What color was Muhammad? White. What color was Muhammad? White. Muhammad was a white man with black slaves. That's right. Muhammad was a white man with black slaves. Hey. Sahih Bukhari. What color was Muhammad? White. What color was Muhammad? White. What color was Muhammad? White. What kind of power did he have? White.
That's everyone's favorite line. So John, this is all John. John thought of this. It was pretty good that he thought of it. It's pretty funny because John is saying, what color was Muhammad? We say white, and obviously we're imitating the style of the Black Hebrew Israelites. That's the joke of this as well. There were Muslims doing dawah in the manner of Black Hebrew Israelites because that's pretty much the funniest way to get someone into your religion, right? And so he says multiple times, what color was Muhammad? White. And then he says, what kind of power did Muhammad have? And then only David says, why? And then John looks over like, what? Oh my gosh, this is epic. It's hilarious. I'm sorry.
One, my friend, we can do this. Muhammad loved to have sex like a nudist. Always thinking, well, lots of semen. Muhammad was hot. His blood was steaming. And the one thing you have not.
By the way, that line may seem inappropriate. It was, but it's actually from the sources. Aisha tells us that Muhammad was constantly covered in semen, and she had to work extra hard to get the semen stains out of his clothes before he went to the masjid. Okay, I'm not joking. And she said even after she would get them all, there would be more. And yes, that joke is going to come into the series later on. This is from the sources, people. We can't help it.
Is how to pee properly. Muhammad himself said that half of the punishment of the grave is because of peeing improperly. How do you pee? Do you pee while squatting like the prophet, or do you stand up like the devil?
The way David did that is so hilarious. Or do you stand up like the devil? As if the devil stands up to pee. It's just so funny. I mean, but the thing is, the reason why we're doing this is because Muhammad said over half the punishment of the grave will be because of improper peeing. You see, that's why we're emphasizing it, because that's serious. That means at least 51% of people, part of the reason they're going to be experiencing eternal torment or whatever, is because they didn't pee right. You guys see that?
Okay, the Quran's got God dialogue. It tells me I gotta
Kill my dog.
Why is that? I look at the angel. It's because
If
there's
an angel
they will not
enter,
the dogs are
sinner
dogs
is nasty, nasty like Madonna. I like him. I like John's little dance right here. He did a good job. I like John's moves. He's got some, I like his little, this is just funny. The thing is, I don't even remember him doing this. That one's going to be key later. Look at the sign. That's going to become key later on.
Muhammad don't lie. He's the truth. 345. Oh no, this one's a surprise. What's it saying? I'm looking, I'm watching. It says we got to abolish adoption.
Now, remember, earlier in the series, when I'm pulling out the pictures, I say, there's my adopted son, Marco. Remember, and John rips the picture from my hand and chews it up. That's going to become important because now I'm seeing the sign here. So I didn't know this is the idea. So my character is constantly going to get abused, as you can tell.
You can't have adopted sons? No adoption? That's a surprise. Wonder what? Oh,
This one's funny too. I'm going to show you guys this. Don't watch me. Don't watch John. Listen to me when I talk to David, and David's character is funny. Watch just his face when I'm asking him the questions. It's funny because he's like silent. Just watch. Look at David's face. Watch.
I'm looking, I'm watching. It says we got to abolish adoption. You can't have adopted sons? No adoption? That's a surprise. Wonder why.
We'll tell you.
The way David did that makes me really laugh. Yes, Belsatsar, you're getting it. First Mr. Scruffles, now Marco. You'll see. This is sort of a spoiler. Yeah, K-Dub gets it too. Yeah, people will keep on commenting and they're saying they want us to interview people on the street. We might do that. That would be funny. There's so much we could do. You guys have no idea how much we could do. Earthen, yeah, we had an agnostic in the live chat saying, no, I'm not going to show that video, Kenneth, about Muhammad being white, but maybe I'll put a link to it or something. It's on Act 17 Apologetics. It's a great video, but check it out. Earthen is saying he doesn't agree with Christianity or Islam, blah, blah, blah. And I think you made a great point. Muhammad Bedsapour, you said, okay, but know that you want Islam. He's saying basically you want Islam gone because you can't exist under Islam rule as an agnostic, but peace to you. That's true, basically. When atheist bloggers get killed in places like Bangladesh and Indonesia, we stand against that as Christians. That we don't think that's okay to kill atheist bloggers. We don't think that's not acceptable. I would do what I could in a society like that. Although you try to imagine what could you do to not have that happen. You know what I'm saying? So we would want to defend your ability to think and to say what you feel is right, and we want to convince you with reason, not with force.
For the past.
Now, this was shot just recently. What happens is David said, hey, we don't have a vlog for this night. Can you make one? I need it in an hour. So I had to hurry up. I just had my tank top on. I hurry up and threw this on. And then I kind of almost did this text message that David sent me. He wrote the dialogue to this, but I just altered it a little bit. And I do it almost in a slam style format if you listen to it. And what I'm doing is, in essence, reviewing what we've done and talking about dawah. Oh, good night, Diana. And I'm also go ahead and I'm talking. I'm also showing how I'm becoming radicalized.
We have been blessed by Allah through the teachings of Muhammad. And today, we've got to give back to our communities and share the knowledge of Islam with others. People do not often have an opportunity and a chance to hear about the benefits of squatting to pee, about the blessing and licking the finger, about dimitude and having the dhimmi pay the jizya, or financing your religion through robbing others. They don't hear about the pleasure of muta. They don't hear about burning images and killing dogs so that an angel may enter into the house. They don't know about the necessity of shaving.
Yeah, I'm reading some of the comments while I'm playing the vlog. Mackenzie says, you got a black dog. Yes, that is the most haram type of dog because Muhammad says that black dogs are the devil. And Return to Torah says, Sola is social media. Go there and help me spread the word of Islamicize Me. I'm not sure what you're saying, commenter. Return to Torah, could you give us a link or explain more what you mean? Because we would like to comment on it, but we don't know exactly what you're talking about. K-Dub says this freestyle is going to end up on some Black Hebrew Israelite video. Probably. I could see that. And Earthen says he actually does live in Bangladesh as an agnostic. It's ironic because that's one of the countries I mentioned. Earthen, let me just say, if that's true and that's where you live, I wish you could speak out, but because of where you live and the things we've had happen, I'm sure that you already know that, but I would just encourage you to, keep your identity private and be careful. We do not wish any harm to you. We will pray not only for your safety, but ultimately for your salvation. Know that if you're agnostic in Bangladesh, we want good things for you and not bad things. So I thank you for joining us tonight. I'm not done yet, guys. I was just talking to Earthen real quick. Okay, now, what have we done? We've done both days, haven't we? But as I promised, I told you guys that we are also going to have some, what are we going to do? We're going to have some outtakes, exclusive. I'm downloading them right now as we speak, okay? And I'm going to show you something that no one else has ever seen, okay? No one else has ever seen these outtakes I'm about to show. They're from day 14. All right? So I'm going to show this, and you guys are going to be the first and only people to have seen this. And then after that, we'll pretty much be done. So while it's downloading, go ahead and ask questions right now. I'm looking at the questions, I'm looking at the chat, but we're not. Thank you. I see people saying they will pray for Earthen, Muhammad and Jaron. That's excellent. Good. Please do that. Say by Grace says, I'm afraid what you guys will do to your adopted son. Yes, you should be. Yes, the episodes have been recorded already, Aristophanes, but they're just being edited and released day by day by day. All right, so with that, it's outtake time. Who's ready for outtake time? You guys ready for outtake time? This is Backstage with Vocab Malone. Behind the scenes, we have 47 people watching. Let's try to get to 50 before I show these outtakes. It's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys getting excited? We have 48 watching. How about if we get to 50 people watching, then we'll do it. So no one go anywhere. Let's get 2 more, and let's do these outtakes. You guys, this is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm hoping, I'm wishing that right before these outtakes get done, that David would put up the video, right? Okay, I'm gonna text him real quick. I'm gonna ask him if it's coming out right now. Just give me a second, and then I'll see. Is tonight's video dropping soon? Sorry guys, hold on. Comment on it in live stream if so. All right, if David drops tonight's video on Act 17 Apologetics, we'll actually comment on it right now. Okay, are you guys ready? Let me go to screen share, and we're going to show these outtakes. I haven't seen all of these. Now, obviously, I was there when we filmed them, but what I mean is that I don't know exactly which things David sent me, so I'm going to be seeing this with you basically for the first time. So is it this? I think this is it. No, that's not it. Where'd I put it? Is that it? Oh, here it is. 8 minutes worth. Oh boy, here we go. Hey Desi, I love you, Giovanni. That's funny. I like hearing that in the character name. Okay, we're at 50. All right. As I said, I will start it. Here we go, everyone. Outtakes, and I'm gonna play some, and then I'm gonna comment on it. All right, here we go. Wait a minute, that's not right. Ah, man, I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on. Where is this daggone video I just downloaded? Okay, here it is. All right, I got it up. Sorry for false alarm. Ah, guys, you know what? David said the video I'll tell you about that later. Oh, it's 2 minutes worth of outtakes. Sorry, false alarm. All right, here's James Chavez with a beautiful face. Look at that. Oh my goodness, crazy, right?
Put it down like you were looking down at it.
Okay, take care.
Jeez, I need to clean my door. Look at this. So we were going to keep this shot because it's a good shot, right? The pan up of him. The problem was his hands were in a different position than the other shot. So it created a continuity error. So unfortunately, we couldn't do it. That was the problem of what happened there. That's why you don't see this shot, even though it's a great shot in the video, because his hands were in a different position. So that's why it's an outtake.
Yeah, I think that's one's good. I'll work out for the day. You sure you're gonna do that? Okay.
So watch, this one's funny because this is the first time David says slap me hard, and James doesn't want to slap him hard like that, and so he kind of slaps him like lightweight. That's what happens.
I slapped my wife.
See, that wasn't a real slap, and David's like, nah, bro, you got to slap me.
No, you can have it. You can do it. He's trying to be nice. He's trying to be
See, he's saying like that's not what I'm looking for. He's like, yo, you gotta do a real slap because he I mean, you don't want to go up to someone you never met and just all out slap him. But now he understands what David's asking. So that was the first take. Someone asked how big is James Chavez? He's huge. He's bigger than David Wood. And yes, David Wood is that big. That's what's so funny about it. So here's John on his back. He just carries him around. Oh, this is the first fight. So the first take we did of the fight was actually a lot longer. Like, it was super intense. I almost got crushed in it. Watch. So then I grab his leg and I start saying Allahu Akbar. So it's just ridiculous. But I mean, you could see that he was putting up a little bit of fight. If he was trying, we would have had a problem. All three of us even. That's how big and strong he is. Some great sounds in this. So that's the first fight. That's the first take. And it's pretty funny. And we're screaming like all hardcore outside my house, right? And just like, yo, I can't believe the neighbors never called the cops. So this is the first time we come in. Notice there's no blood. There's no ripped shirt. That's because we wanted to make it more extreme. So the first take, we didn't actually have the blood. Then we're like, wait a minute, let's really do this up. And so that's when we applied the blood. See, we thought it was a good take. Then we're like, nah, we need to do more. I don't even know how we thought we needed blood and stuff. I don't remember the conversation, but the second take was way better.
All right, ready? Go. Oh, what? Do you want anything like unbuttoned or anything, or like an arm out?
That's it. Okay, that's the conversation. I'm glad we're playing this. Did you hear that? So it started with John's question. So we're outside. John says, do you want anything unbuttoned or something like that? Then I say, do we have the fake blood? So it began with John's suggestion, and that's good. And then it ended with, so I escalated with, you guys see, it's really good. So I say, blood. So it began with John's suggestion. So I'm glad he said that. So you can hear us discussing it outside the door. Watch.
Hang on. We're gonna put some blood on us.
Yeah. I'm gonna like.
So now I'm going to the refrigerator to grab the blood. Oh, okay, that's it. That's it. Well, actually, so that's it from the outtakes there. All right. So let me check to see what's going on here in the comments. I have commented now on day 15 and day 16. It has also shown you the comments there. Yeah, Belshazzar says you want to see the screen door. Maybe I'll take a picture of my screen door and show you how it looks now, because I still haven't got it fixed. Okay. So maybe I'll do that. And hey, yo, Desi Trump, hit me up on social media, on Facebook or something like that. All right, folks, go look for Cab Malone. That's my personal one, or Vocab Malone. Make sure you like it. If not, if you do Twitter or Instagram, do those as well. But right now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look through the questions. Okay, look through the questions and see if you guys got any other questions. And then if you do, I'm gonna respond to those right now. Okay. Hey, Built for Speed, I see you. And then if not, I'm actually going to end this. We've got a lot of people watching. It's great. I'm going to take some time to answer questions. This is your chance to answer questions. So if you guys got something in there, USA rules freedom of speech, says Savage. That's right. Again, thanks for supporting. Jacob Proctor says, is David's shirts completely ripped? Well, we had two different outfits, and so one of them was an extra. So yes, he did straight up totally rip it, right? And yes, you're saying stay safe. We're begging to get killed. Well, we don't really want to get killed, but we know we'd be with the Lord if it happens. But we didn't do this to get killed. We did this to educate, and educating people while making them laugh should not result in people getting killed. But unfortunately, that's the nature of the religion that we are dealing with, that we even have to think about that. Yes, there are some crazy folks out there. We definitely know that. That's what we're imitating. I'm looking through the questions, guys. Mackenzie says, I wish I'd known the intro is ISIS propaganda before I began singing it randomly around my house for a few days. Well, you see that ISIS knows what they're doing. They got some good catchy tunes, don't they? All right. What kind of backlash have we received since these videos hit YouTube? To be honest, most of the feedback has been positive. If you notice, even this video right now has 44 likes and 0 dislikes. That's significant. There's 55 people watching, 54 people watching, 44 likes. That means almost everyone watching right now has liked it, and no dislikes. Now, when I used to do videos on Hebrew Israelites, I used to get all these dislikes because they would come on and hate. So most of the feedback has been really, very, extremely positive. The most negative feedback is there's a couple, upset Muslims, yeah. But honestly, a lot of Christians are more upset, and I understand why, because some of the things we do push to the edge, and they're not really with that. They don't understand that. But like I said, mostly, excuse me, positive. Oh, by the way, let me show you something else here. Check this out. There's, join me. Let me show you something else, guys. Notice that. So my real name is John Mark, right? Everyone calls me Vocab. Please call me Vocab, right? But here's what's up. You notice that my character's name is Giovanni. And my son's name, and the adopted son I have, his name is Marco, right? So you guys get it? Giovanni Marco. So in Italian, if someone's name is John, you call them Giovanni. I mean, how much better does Giovanni sound than John, right? And then Marco is how you would say Mark. So the reason why I'm Giovanni and my adopted son in the series is named Marco is because it's John Mark. So anyways, I'm just letting you guys know what's up with that. All right, now, I just got a message from David, everybody. He said the video will be done in about 1 hour. So I don't know where you are in the world, but wherever you are, the video for Islamicize Me Today is going to come up in about 1 hour. Now, let me talk to you guys real quick here. People have not been getting notifications for Islamicize Me. Acts 17 Apologetics released some other videos when they went live with Al-Fadi and Sam Shamoon when they were in Tennessee. And guess what? Guess what? Those videos sent people notifications. People got notifications for those videos from Acts 17 Apologetics through YouTube. But guess what? We are not getting notifications for Islamicize Me. What that means is this. You cannot expect to get notifications. For some reason, YouTube tinkered with the algorithm for Islamicize Me the rest of the series. That means you need a daily checkup at Acts 17 Apologetics. That means if you find the video when you check up, please immediately tweet it out on social media. make posts about it so other people know, because we have to do the work since YouTube is monkeying with the algorithm and not notifying people. Okay. So that's really what we've got to do, guys. We've got to figure out our own way around the system that they're creating that kind of tries to limit views to this thing. Right. So it's going to come out in 1 hour. So I'm not going to go another hour. I'm going to end in about 5 minutes here. So stick with me because I'm answering the rest of your questions. All right. What I'm thinking is I want to ask you guys right now, type 1 if you would like me to go live again tomorrow and do commentary on tonight's video. So if you want me to do a live commentary again on Islamicize Me Day 17, I need you to type 1. Only type 1 if you would watch it or be interested in that. Then after that, tell me maybe what you think would be a good time. When you think would be a good time. I'm leaning towards the early afternoon. I'm leaning towards the early afternoon here in Phoenix. So let me know. And if you type 1, I'll see that you're interested in me going live tomorrow to do commentary on the video that is going to come out tonight, because I'm not going to be able to do it tonight. I'm about to end here. And we're going to do day 17 tomorrow. Okay, I'm getting enough responses. This is good. Okay, good. I see there's enough of an interest that it looks like people would want to join up. So, okay, let me. Oh, David Wood is in the chat. Acts 17 apologetics. Saying 0. Yeah, of course. Ha 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 ha. David, shouldn't you be editing a video right now? Shouldn't you be doing that instead? Yes, you should. All right, well, whatever. So check it out. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, probably around noon or so Phoenix time, which is like I think 2 p.m. East Coast, and I don't know where it is the rest of the world where it is. Okay, that's probably the most likely time when we're going to do it. All right, so I see the comments, but I'll let you know as soon as I see the video tonight and I look at my schedule, I'll let you know, guys, about that. Okay. Good. All right. And again, if you guys are on here and you're liking this stuff, please find me on Facebook. All right, I'm gonna give you my social media stuff. I'd like to connect with you other ways. YouTube's not all that personal. Please like and follow this page that I just put there. And also at Twitter. Here's my information at Twitter. There is Twitter. That's how you get a hold of me at Twitter. And of course, also I'm on Instagram. I mean, you can obviously see they're all just Vocab Malone, right? It's kind of obvious, but I'm just doing it because I want you guys to hit me up on those things as well. At Periscope, if anyone uses that. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. I've been drinking a lot of water because I'm having problems with my throat. I'm at Periscope, and I'm at Snapchat, although I rarely use it. It's kind of a dumb app. I just have it, but I don't really like it. But if you're on there and that's the only way you communicate, then it is what it is. So, yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And here's my personal Facebook. Actually, I forget the address, so I can't give it. All right, I'll think about it. All right. Dang, look at these comments. Wow, okay. You guys are hilarious. Any final questions? Again, thank you to the folks who did the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. That's what makes this thing happen. And you guys are pretty awesome folks. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and end this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the outtakes one more time as I end it, because Saved by Grace Love asks, are you sure you're not drinking camel pee? Yeah, you're saying maybe I should be drinking camel pee for my throat. Yeah, I got you. You're right. What if I don't do the interest social media stuff? Can I get your text number? Donald, probably not, but I could send you my Google Voice number if you'd like. I don't know. That's a good question, Mackenzie. How do you get it to other comedians? Yeah, try to get it out to them. That's great. How much? Yeah, okay. Okay, the comments are dwindling down. So here's what I'm going to do. Well, not dwindling down. There's 63 people, but it's just the comments are becoming silly. I'm going to play one more time the outtakes, since this is the only place they'll ever be seen, and since this is the only time you guys get to see them. So I'm going to play those outtakes right now, and when the outtakes are done, the video will be done. So that way you guys could see them one more time. All right, you guys ready? All right, here's the outtakes, and then when they're done, the video will be done. But I'm going to play it one more time so you guys get to see the behind-the-scenes stuff, because that's what you came for, folks. That's what you pay the big bucks for. Hold on. You know what? Let me mute myself so you can have Hold on. I played the wrong video. Hold on. All right, okay, let me try it again. I'm gonna get it. All right, here we go. Here it is. Outtakes. One more time.
Like you were looking down at it. Okay, take it. Yeah, I think that's one's good. I'm not working out for today. You sure I do that? Okay. Actually, I slapped my wife. No, you can have it. You can. He's trying to be nice. He's trying to be nice.
Doesn't even do. It's supposed to wait till he says. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu
All right, ready? Go. Oh, what? You want anything like unbuttoned or anything, or like an arm out? Can I take an arm out?
You have any blood?
Let me take an arm out. Hang on, we're gonna put some blood on us. Yeah. I'm gonna like. I should take the shirt off underneath.
All right, well, we are gonna end, but I noticed I got a few more questions during the scene, so let me answer those and then we'll be done. Okay. One person asked if we're going to do a WWE style thing now that we've got Halal Hogan. We actually talked about that. I forget who asked the question. I don't see the person's name anymore. But we have discussed taking characters and creating different Islamic type wrestler guys and do a whole thing. There's a little bit more kind of wrestling and violence and fighting in a couple other episodes. Obviously, it's comical and cartoonish, but it's not like wrestling. But we have thought about that, and Sam Shamu would be perfect for it because he was really into that kind of stuff. So we've thought about that. Someone else asked, the J Project asked, did the pimp die? The pimp did not die. We just chased him away, scared him off, with our powers or whatever. He's not dead, so he's a character who could come back. All right. Ola K says, keeping you in prayer. Thank you very much, by the way. Yes, Lord knows we need it. Someone's saying CP. I'm not sure who CP is, so you'd have to tell me who you mean by that. Good night, Jessica. And yes, hit the like button. Thank you, Built for Speed. You guys notice the arm bar. Yes, we are like the Three Stooges. Yes, it is hilarious. Yes, Dave the Slave is in the house. I mean, Act 17 Apologetics is in the house. And Ellie asks if everyone who participates in the videos is a Christian. All of the main characters, so like myself, David, Sam, John, Giselle are Christian. But there's some cameramen and some other people in other positions who are not, but they're people that we're witnessing to. They're glad to be part of the project. They think it's funny and entertaining, and they understand it's important. But some of the backup supporting role people, not really the people on screen that are involved with the project, they are not all Christians. Most are. Almost everyone is a believer, but there's a few who aren't. You're going to see, you met Irvin. He's our Dimmy. He's a believer. He's a great guy. So yeah. So I'm looking. Yeah, it looks like that's pretty much all the questions I see. So if you have any questions, oh yeah, someone says, tell us when you go live again. I'm pretty sure, Lord willing, unless something changes or whatever, I'm almost certain I'm gonna go live again tomorrow, earlier in the day, my time, so 12, which you know, it's 3 hours difference East Coast time, but around 12 or so my time, I'm probably gonna go live and do a live commentary on the video that gets dropped tonight. David, if you're still in the house, even though you should be editing, let us know what tonight's video is. I don't see him though in here commenting. So anyways, it's good. I think we're done. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. I had a lot of fun, and I'm going to keep on doing these as long as you guys keep on being part of it. And again, I just really, really appreciate the love and support we've got from this. And God is good, and you guys are awesome. I don't have anything more to say. All right, yeah, I'll try to tweet out the information before I go live. All right, God bless y'all. Have a good one.